stations.
Well, he surpassed his expectations as a second huge contract. He was a vital member of the Rockets before he went to Dallas. He's going to be a first-option scorer? No, but he's good who gets it done and can get 30 for you, but won't be the first option doing it.
You know, he might be expensive.
Starting at power forward, at the other forward position.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. So for the Mavericks, their last game, a loss to the Pistons. You know, guys, you hate to get embarrassed on your home court, but that's exactly what happened. It was a tough loss for them.
Yeah, in a game where offensively they were about as inconsistent as you're ever going to see them.
They needed to make a few runs, but it just never happened for them. And when you can't string things together, it's tough sledding. It's a tough way to go.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So the Lakers 5 right now. Harris is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Howard. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Clarkson in at the point. Now Clarkson after Jeremy Lin's three-pointer that didn't go. Outside Hardaway. From the wing. It's rebounded by Dallas. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And they swept the season series against them last year. They really did have the upper hand.
And I think that's where it starts, guys. Neither team a playoff factor, but you work your way up the ladder team by team. And this is really one matchup they feel very confident with.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Clarkson kicks to Scott. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And here are the Mavericks now. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Howard with the steal. Fast break. The Lakers. Here's Hardaway. The big dunk at the end of the break.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now, here's Clarkson. 11 points for him in that last game against Phoenix. Here's the screen. Out to Harris. 4 on the shot clock. Parsons with some nice D.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Clarkson with the ball. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Now the pass to Hardaway. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hardaway has got 5.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Lynn kicks to Parsons. He feeds it to Ezeli. There's Green with the 3. Cannot hit. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, but they didn't roll over in that game. Had a good chance still to pull out the victory. Just couldn't come through in crunch time.
Greg, I thought it was a solid effort from them all the way around. I mean, as you and I know, moral victories are kind of empty consolation prizes. A loss is a loss.
And both free throws good for Howard. And here is Lynn. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Outside, Green. He dishes it to Parsons. Back to Green. And the layup's good off the glass.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Now, here's Clarkson. Defended by Lynn. Clarkson kicks to Scott. Angeles with another miss.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Pass to Green. A rebound by the Lakers. Scott with the screen on Parsons. Harris inside. Covered by Parsons. Harris misses. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Lynn kicks to Parsons. Dallas moving the ball around. Humphries with a screen on Hardaway. Here's Green. And the shot no good, a bit short.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Anderson, he's checked in for Humphries. And it's Williams in for Gerald Green. Anthony Morrow's checked in for the Lakers. Russell comes in for Jordan Clarkson, and he gets it to go.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Mavericks trail by 4. Outside Williams. Takes the 13-footer. Lynn dishes to Williams. Outside, Lynn. Parsons passes to Williams, and it's blocked by Scott. There's the lob to the hoop. Tries to keep it alive. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. J.J. Barea checked in for Jeremy Lin. 1:52 left to play here in the first. Johnson outside. To the right side. 5 on the clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And that is good.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Now here's Williams. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Pulls up. High post. They get it again. Lakers leading by 6. There's the triple. Can't get it to go. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
And Anderson gets it to go.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And stolen by Parsons. And here's the break. Ahead. Pull-up jumper. That is good.
Boy, that's a really nice feed by J.J. Barea.
LA's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Now, here is Russell. Guarded by Barea. To the inside. Outside, Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good off the back of the rim. Right side, Williams. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly, that's the right look. The decision was good, he just didn't execute.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Lakers ahead, they lead by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And Jeremy Lin, a player in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to...
I wasn't sure, if my career would ever...
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lin has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lin.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though, Greg. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop in the opposing team scoring.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, we've got Randall. Russell is out there with Johnson. Then it's McDermott. Russell kicks to Johnson. Dishes it to Randall. Kicks it out to Johnson. Again, the miss by Johnson. The Mavericks shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Shoots from 14, and he gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Gerald Green comes in for Anderson, and it's Jeremy Lin in for J.J. Barea. And then for the Lakers, Harris checked in for Julius Randle. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Wesley Johnson. And it's Clarkson in for Russell.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Clarkson dishes to Hardaway. Harris against Parsons, and the basket by Harris. Harris has got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Now here's Lin. Picked by Humphries. Lin the pass to Humphries. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin. Humphries has got the lead, back up to 2 now for Dallas. Here's Clarkson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Hardaway, no good.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Lin kicks to Johnson. The feed to Green. Picked by Humphries. Shoots from the elbow. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Uncovered. That's good on the jump shot. 6 points for him.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Lin dishes to Green. Parsons sets a screen for Green. Johnson the screen. Parsons attacking. Here's Humphries. Kicks it out to Johnson. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Mavericks lead by 2. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And the Mavericks with some changes. Ezeli's checked in for Parsons. And Deron Williams is subbed in for Johnson. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Lakers. Mike Scott comes in for Doug McDermott. Clarkson kicks to Harris. "11 feet out, and he hits it. Harris has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Williams kicks to Lin. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Lin's got the lead up to 2 now for Dallas.
What a tremendous feed from Williams. Great awareness.
Williams against Hardaway. kicks to Clarkson. And again, it's the Lakers.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Outside Williams. He kicks to Green. All alone. And another basket for Dallas. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Now Clarkson. The dish to Howard. There's the screen. Scott inside. Humphries there. And the rejection by Ezeli. Lynn with it. 6 points for him. Shot. High post. That's good. And now a 4-point Maverick lead.
I like the way they've picked it up here offensively in the second.
Yeah, up above 50% in terms of field goal percentage. They're on a roll.
Clarkson passes to Scott. Out to Harris. Fires the three. And the basket good. Harris has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Williams dishes to Green. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Now, here's Clarkson, defended by Lynn. Clarkson kicks to Harris. Off the screen. Camp it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut back down to 1 point on the basket from Clarkson.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
Anderson, he's checked in for Dallas. Barea comes in for Jeremy Lin.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Picked by Randall. And Johnson now top of the key. Now, here is Russell. D right on him. Clock at 4. And there's the foul against Dallas.
Chandler Parsons.
There's the 3. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Mavericks lead by 3. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. They played with more purpose in the second quarter. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the team.
Here we go now, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Jeremy difference here.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
They've got Chris Humphries. Green is out there with Jeremy Lin. Then there's Festus Ezeli, and it's Parsons in at the small forward position. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. Parsons on the wing. They get it again. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Ezeli's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Mavs. Now, here's Clarkson, defended by Lynn. Right side, Scott puts one up from 19. Parsons with the rebound. Parsons got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Feeds it to Lynn. Knocks it loose. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Here's Harris. Up and in from the low block. Harris has got 9 points. And we're just about a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of basketball. And the Mavericks call time here.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
On defense, the Lakers. Lynn. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities. It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Nobody near Parsons. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Parsons got 5.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And the Lakers call time here. Mavericks making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. 2 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter now. And here's Clarkson. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
A chance here to take a look at where the Mavericks rank in the NBA currently. 8th in steals, 9th in blocks. And they're in the top half of the league in shooting from deep as well. This is a strong suit for this team, knocking down those shots from behind the arc.
And let me add a few words about all their steals. I mean, they bring that toughness and aggression defensively. You don't get to be a top 10 team in that category by accident.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Fires the 3. And again, the Lakers no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
It seems like every shot these guys have been putting up has been going in. This month's top shooters. Dwight Howard on top. 2nd, Jordan Clarkson.
Well, they've both had a fantastic run of late. They found a nice rhythm and flow, and the coaching staff has noticed, and the coaches have been calling plays for these guys to take advantage of their hot shooting.
Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Hardaway. Clarkson passes to Howard, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that 2-hand.
Parsons against Harris. Now here's Parsons. T right on him.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Harris outside. High post shot. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. Inside. Kicks it out to Johnson. And another basket for Dallas.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot. And it's really paid off for them during the run.
And the Lakers call time here. Anderson, he's checked in for Dallas. And the Lakers making a change here. Lakers trail by 12. Pass to Morrow. He feeds it to Howard. Poked away. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Johnson, and it's blocked. Right side, Russell. Passes it to Morrow. The three. The shot is off. Here's Dallas. They're on a 13-4 run. And the shot is good from Johnson.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Russell against Land. The drive by Russell. And the rejection by Ezeli. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Williams comes in for Johnson. And Barea subbed in for Jeremy Lin. Howard setting the pick for Russell. To the paint. Now here's Barea. Parsons outside. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. 10 points for Chandler Parsons. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Morrow, no good. Dallas leading by 17. Parsons dishes to Barea. And Anderson kicks to Ezeli. And that one goes long. Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And there's the pass to Morrow. It's good from long range. Morrow's got his first 3 points of the game.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Harris on the double team. On the wing, Williams. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Outside, Russell. Randall, a screen on Anderson. And it's Harris off the drive. Morrow, the pass to Russell. Shot clock at 5. It's rebounded by Dallas. Ezeli's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Barea with it. He's picked up by Russell. Barea dishes to Ezeli. And it's good. Walk through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for Dallas. The Lakers also changing it up. Scotty's checked in for Howard. And it's Johnson in for Harris. Lakers trail by 16. Johnson kicks to Russell. Picked by Randall. Russell against Williams. The drive by Russell. That's short off the rim.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Mavericks leading by 16. Taking a look at the Lakers. Hardaway is out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Mike Scott. Then it's Johnson. Lin kicks to Green. Just 5 on the clock. The high post shot. No good. And it's the Lakers the other way. Clarkson with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Pass to Johnson. To the left wing. Lets it go from deep. Shot's good by Clarkson. Clarkson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Lakers. Lin the pass to Green. He dishes it to Humphries. Picked by Humphries. Parsons attacking. Nice work there coming off the screen. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Hardaway against Green. Here's Scott, and the shot is good.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Dallas calls timeout.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. His advice, clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
Clarkson dishes to Scott. The feed to Clarkson. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Scott. Three-pointer. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
A wide-open three. They need much better communication defensively.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Well, guys, the head athletic trainer for the Mavericks let me know the status. He said that he twisted his ankle and it's swelling up on him. The schedule becomes a real grind at this time of the year, and that injury is only going to make things harder on this team. Guys?
Thank you, Doris, for the update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it, and better than ever.
Greg, I sure hope you're right. I mean, there are just so many uncertainties when it comes to dealing with injuries, though. Let's hope for the best.
And that one's good. Here's Lynn. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Picked by Humphries. Up top, Lynn. He's covered by Clarkson. Lynn kicks to Humphries. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
And the Lakers call time here.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Chandler Parsons. And the Lakers also making a change. Howard's checked in.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Free throw good, Howard.
At the line for 2.
And both free throws good for Howard. Mavericks leading by 10. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Anderson can't get it to go.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Green is checked in for Johnson. He hits the second from the line. Here's Lynn. Dishes it to Ezeli. On the wing, Green. Guarded by Hardaway. And it's good.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Now, here's Clarkson, defended by Lynn. Hardaway kicks to Harris. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 3rd assist on the night. Mavericks leading by 9. Up top, Lynn lets it go from 11. A rebound by the Lakers.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Clarkson kicks to Scott. Down low. Here's Howard, and the rejection by Ezeli. And Humphries has it in the corner. Dallas moving it around. Green against Scott. Puts it up from 12. And it's the Lakers on the break. At the elbow, it's Harris. Anderson against Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Kicks to Howard. On the wing, Scott. The good-looking shot from the wing. Scott's got 8 points in the quarter.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Now here's Lynn. He's guarded closely. The dish to Green. No good. Excellent D from Howard.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Scott can't get it to go. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
Outside, Lynn. Here's the teardrop. And it's blocked by Scott.
It's going to be tough for him here, but maybe, just maybe, it's not over yet.
Cannot afford any empty possessions. They've got to recycle everything, partner.
He kicks it to Clarkson. Out to the right wing. Here's Howard. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. David Lee checked in for Festus Ezeli. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Chris Humphries. And Devin Harris is subbed in for Jeremy Lin. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Ezeli's checked in for Lee. Humphries comes in for Mirza Teletovic. Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Anderson. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Devin Harris. Timeout called the Lakers. They trail by 5. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
You know what? And they're going to draw up something where they can get a quick shot and then maybe a foul.
That's got to be the game plan here. I mean, free throws are really their only hope. Points with the clock stopped.
And so they foul intentionally.
That's his second personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're behind by 7. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeouts late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
Count that one.
What a final quarter these guys are having from downtown, just burying the threes in bunches.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason not to. I mean,
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Chandler Parsons. He made all the key plays every step of the way. They depend on him to deliver. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.